she will die, wishing she never did.
Roland is a brilliant soldier, he's a brilliant strategist, but he does have this Achilles heel, which is that he cannot tolerate bad smells or dirt.
All the carpets, they needed a deep
Botrix has successfully joined the channel.
Freddy's beating people up, and then James Norton's thrown up all over the place.
James Norton plays Ormond perfectly. After seeing this guy's throat slit and another guy gets his bowels cut open and shit and piss and blood falls all over the floor, he just vomits everywhere. And it was really visceral, but James was just amazing. It was very funny. It was a great button to a scene.
When you're ready,
I think it's a mixture, like usually, of Campbell's soup and various things that we're forcing him to gulp every take. It's very black. But it is quite funny, isn't it? He's a very good actor, James Norton, doing something that you could easily get quite frustrated with, and we did it quite a number of times, so I thought it would be rude not to clap him being sick for the 30th time.
Who could know throwing up could be a bloody job?
Welcome to Flea Bottom.
Gladiator Flea Bottom. Deception's Flea Bottom. Jeez, just got one thing to do. If I said Flea Bottom, welcome, Freddy. Who knew that Flea Bottom could grow so much for us in Season 3? Jim Clay always wanted Flea Bottom to be the very dregs of King's Landing, under the filth and muck and shit and piss of the city where the world ran down on it. And we just didn't have the time or the budget to extend it the way he wanted it to until we get to this season when we had some very real storytelling to do inside of Flea Bottom.
And where's the blue-eyed man? In the same shot.
We decided to build Flea Bottom, and I think it's paid off. And if I can design it in a complex way that offers different journeys for the camera, we can achieve on one set what we would need on a whole series of streets on a real location.
It must be probably 80 meters by 40, something like that, as a footprint of new stuff on the backlot for Flea Bottom. So yeah, it's not small. Previous seasons, when you would be on the King's Landing Road and you'd turn around, you'd have to put blue screen. Whereas now, if you're up there, you've pretty much got 3 series.
It is the same. It's incredible. It is magical. A bit like the Epcot Centre.
With the greatness of Jim Clay's art direction and Claire Richards' set design, one alleyway can become 12 or 15 or 20. And because they have these neat little turns and curves that lead onto bigger, broader, wider streets, you can literally follow Damon into an alleyway for a cat and mouse game with the blue-eyed man, and then turn right around and just change the set deck, and you have no idea that you're going the same direction you came in on.
There's lots of nooks, crannies and alleyways down there, so the opportunity to dress that and bring it alive was really great.
What you got there, mate? From the lakes, a little almost flowers. Yeah, just to add a bit of texture to the sky.
We do a lot of the redressing. Our set decorators always want everything to have a backstory, so they'll be looking at, okay, this is a shop for this setup, so when we change it around, it now needs to become a house. How do we do that? We'll change the dressing inside, outside, and we'll be using wagons, carts, anything to bring in the changes and take us into a new area.
You could create more in terms of area, in terms of depth, because you could have fires in the distance. It's mainly to do with the textures, the colours, the lighting within their environments. So we brought some of those street sellers and traders into the equation. It brings normality and reality to those spaces because you see it as really down in Flea Bottom, but you've still got people that want to survive.
It's been a minute since you were the Prince of Flea Bottom.
Trying to distinguish between the really poor folk of Flea Bottom as opposed to the other street of King's Landing. What would really make that difference? Partly the scale and crumbliness of the buildings, but hey, what about an open sewer? And so we built it. It was a simple thing. We dug out a trench through the set
places where we had been in Cáceres and Trujillo in Spain, but because those are both UNESCO heritage sites, you certainly cannot dig an open sewer. That was one of my favorite little details of what Jim did, because even though you're standing on a set, you feel like you're on a real location.
Seen this? 100% real shit and piss collected from cast and crew. Some of Emma's is in there. That bit's Matt's.
Apart from no smell, you wouldn't believe it's not real.
Play back.
She kicked the weather made so fair, but he licked the honey from her hair.
Like, it's like literally you guys are as low as you could possibly be. And what you do find solid is kind of the voice of the friend that's next to you. Corliss is looking for some reprieve, so what do we all do when we're looking for some reprieve? We have a few beers, and so Corliss has a few beers with his mates, and they sing a sea shanty, and it creates a sense of joy and camaraderie amongst bad tidings. After you cheers each other, and here. That's what our shanties do. There's very little joy experienced by the characters in this series, so it's nice to see these things as fleeting as they are.
This is the strong side right here.
That was very exciting to hear it for the first time and to meet all of the new faces.
The song's about a maid dramas today, but she gets it bad. You know that thing that happened.
And the sea shanty was a great excuse for us to come together in the Battle of the Gullet, where we would start singing these sea shanties just to warm up the crew. We carried that through all the way to the end of episode 6, where it's the middle of the night, it's cold, we all want to go to sleep, but the song starts, and not just the cast sing it, but the entire crew, and you get this warm, fuzzy feeling, and the next thing you know, we're all laughing, and all that we were missing is a real pint of beer.
Nah, I'm gonna restart the stream.